Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another fantastic episode of The Curious Internet.
And oh boy, how has the internet exploded lately.
I'm your host, DJ Bunch. I'm not even the DJ.
And I'm that asshole.
Oh, man.
Alright, it's like Y2K up in this shit right now because of how much it's been going down.
It's not really Y2K. It's just...
Of the YouTube world.
It's not... Alright, well, as we all know, YouTube's starting to become corporate. But, we will get to that.
Corporate bastards.
Let's start with the thing that you just watched.
Oh, mother of fuck Christ! I don't want to get into
and
this. Okay, start. You go ahead.
Let's just get everybody up to speed. There's this YouTuber named Onision, and recently he just came out with some very bad troubles with his wife. There are two parts of this conversation we're about to fucking start right now. First is the first video we saw that he put up called "I Betrayed My Wife," which is basically how he explained that he cuddled with his wife's girlfriend and his wife said not to.
All right, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead. Just do you want to go on? You can. This is your podcast too.
All right.
Go
you
ahead.
know what? I actually need to collect myself here for a second because, first of all, she nasty. Second of all, he nasty. Third of all, everybody involved with this is just why. Okay. So
I don't.
First of all, I want to address something. I don't care if people decide to have polygamous relationships, but once you start getting petty over it, that's when you lose your right to, as soon as you say, I agree with polygamy or whatever, or not, whatever it's called, you lose your right to be upset when stuff happens. Yeah. You don't get to be upset anymore when stuff happens. Exactly. So the fact that she was upset that he got involved with her is kind of like saying, oh, hey, have this piece of chocolate. Oh, you ate the piece of chocolate? Bad person.
Now, if you want to watch the videos that we're going to talk about, we're going to put all those videos by Onision in the description below. Go ahead and give them a listen. You can pause this podcast right now and go watch those videos.
There's
the first
three
video
of
is
them.
9 minutes. There's three of them, but we really need to only watch two. That matter.
That's true.
The first video is 9 minutes is one we're talking about right now. The second one we're going to talk about and brutally make... We'll get to that.
Kanye
basically, that second
bitch.
video, Kanye ass nigga, is 3 minutes. So just go ahead and pause it now. And if you're listening to me now, you've watched it. You know what's going on. Holy shit!
All right, so okay, so the revelation we got is apparently Captain Emo Squad over there really likes having his prostate tickled. Which I've never tried, I have no interest in trying, but I don't judge anyone for wanting to try. Honestly, it's weird, but I don't judge.
I'm sending this shit to Onision. I'm gonna spam this shit to Onision. You are too. So Greg, I think that's his real name. If you're watching,
I don't watch him.
You don't watch him. I do because he made me laugh at some points.
At some point.
I
mean, I used to watch some of his videos, but then after a while, I kind of realized, wow, you're a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, he to me, he's bluntly honest, and sometimes he can be too honest. Definitely in some of his videos, and he can be an asshole.
Oh, there's definitely such a thing as too honest. I can tell you that much.
He's sometimes too honest, and I don't think he gets that. But at the end of the day, I think he is actually a good content creator. And
he might be a good father. I have no idea.
And he might be a good father. I do not know him. I don't know him personally, but I usually don't get into like people's fucking personal lives. Only people's personal lives that I would actually care to know is people like Game Grumps, Funhouse, Swoozy, Jontron, and the Achievement Hunter guys. That's the only people's like personal lives I would slightly care about.
Khalil, you're forgetting someone.
What?
Me.
Nigga, I know you. We've known each other for 10 years.
10 years. Jesus.
10 years.
Fuck,
that's what
has
we're
it
going
been 10 years?
It seriously has. It seriously
wow.
has. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
I have no life.
The fuck you trying to say, man? All right, but look, it's just that. Listen, Greg, dude. At the end of the day, I do think you're a good content creator. Your videos do make me laugh. May not be for this asshole, but he's an asshole, so he hates everything. Doesn't matter.
I literally hate the own ground that I walk upon.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
But I need to watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
I've heard that's actually. Yeah. Oh, you haven't watched that?
No, I so need. It's got Johnny Depp as the main character, right?
It is so good. Have you watched The Big Lebowski?
No, right, I need to watch that next. But
we're getting off topic.
We'll get into that later. Yeah,
we're getting off topic. Right now, Greg, there's such thing as called TMI. Like, I don't understand. Like, all right.
Hey, okay. To be fair, at least he didn't go into depths about his technique. So, the finger twirl or whatever. I don't know what he's into, but...
Bro, like, they're just telling way too much. Like, way too much. Like, okay, some of your fans may, like...
Be into that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess, but nigga, I don't want to know that you like fingers in your booty hole. Like, I don't want to know that. Like,
Kanye, motherfucker.
Like, this man came out and just said, like, yo, like, I got this actress over and I just told her to stick a finger in my booty hole. Like, what? No, don't tell me that.
Well, he said that, but imagine it about 1/20th as black as how he just said it. For our white listeners.
Less 1/20th.
Yeah, less than.
Yeah, because Greg is from the hood.
As white as someone who would say that they're 1/16th Cherokee.
What is Justin Bieber ass haircut?
Oh God,
that's one thing I do hate. I hate that fucking haircut, bro. You look goddamn 16 years old. You're like,
but
27.
We're not judging his haircut.
Man.
We're not judging his haircut right now. We're judging by the fact that he and his wife seem to be terrible people. Okay, that's that. I'm exaggerating. I don't know.
I'm exaggerating. We like, all right, just so you know, we're exaggerations. We're really exaggerating. We don't know if at all actually Greg or Elaney, his wife, are terrible people because we just don't know.
Yeah, we exaggerate. I mean, heck, we live in the state of exaggeration. We see two snowflakes, and all of a sudden, all the school systems in the state get shut down.
Exactly.
We live in a world of over-exaggeration.
We live in it. But, like, all right, Thomas, you even say, give your example, like, we don't know. These people can be like, go ahead.
They could be good parents. They could be terrible parents. We don't know them. I've never been to their house. I've never shook their hands. I've never been where their bed is and seen what they're into, which at this rate, I really don't want to see. But
I think we actually know what they're into.
We already know too much. I think that much has been established. But
like,
as far as we know, they may not be terrible people, but judging from the situation, it's over petty bullshit that, I mean, they invited this kind of controversy into their lives. I'm not going to say it's because, oh, no, you shouldn't do what you're not into, but you have to expect, upon reasonable doubt, that certain things will happen in a relationship once you open new avenues. Like, I don't go to Chipotle and get all of a sudden upset when I get a burrito. It's like, oh, I went there and I wanted to taco, but I got a burrito. No. You're getting fundamentally the same thing. You're getting the same enjoyment out of it, but the routes that get to it, you're just kind of being, judgmental over. The fact that she's upset over his interest in someone that she was already in a polygamous relationship with is petty. And the fact that he doesn't see that is kind of, questioning him. Like seriously.
Well, not questioning him because, like, I've noticed from, like, watching this guy and, like, looking up old videos of his of, like, he has a really, really low self-esteem, image of himself. Like, I have low self-esteem, at least with, like, my self-image, but damn, that dude.
Well, there's a difference between self-esteem and self-worth. I mean, if he has a low self-worth...
he has no type of self-worth, and that sucks. That seriously does. But, first I want to give... I want to give a couple claps because what this dude has done, he has aligned himself with some pretty beautiful women. Like, his wife, I always thought was very gorgeous, and like this new girl, She has blue hair and everything. Don't. You could try to look her up. She's like this girl with blue hair.
Just look at one of Onision's video, however the fuck you say his name. I don't care.
She's
one of his
basically
videos.
when you see a video with a girl with blue hair and on Onision Speaks, that's her. And that girl is pretty gorgeous and fine everything.
Or look for the video where she's actually physically kissing his wife. Which putting that out there. Just
put that. That's out
the
there.
Signs
it's out
were
there.
there.
It was a joke. It was a joke, but it wasn't a joke.
The signs were there. How did no one read this? I mean,
I don't. But I just want to know how the fuck he did it, because he aligned himself with some hot ass women that he could have he could have fucked both of them if his wife wasn't such a petty motherfucker. Like,
that's not really the point of that, though. I mean, it's supposed to be an intimate relationship, and emotions.
Exactly. Like, it was like, all right. I don't understand. Like, I guess if anything, it's her fault, because she should have been more more clear on what type of relationship this was gonna be. Basically, almost saying like in Lainey's sense, basically what sounded like what she wanted is that, no, only I get to do this stuff and fuck her, finger, whatever, and scissor her and all that shit. With her, I get to do that, and you can just not do anything and watch and don't touch her.
Which is kind of selfish.
Which is very selfish, because how dare you bring some blue-haired bimbo? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna call her bimbo. Some blue-haired girl.
Life is strange, Chloe bullshit.
Some life is strange. So
I'm a nerd.
Bring her in my. I know the game. I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring her into my house. Start doing stuff to her and not expect me to join in, man. Like, I'm just gonna hang out with my kid while you guys are just doing that shit? Hell no.
Yeah, mommy and stepmommy are upstairs having a nap together. Don't mind the moaning, little Johnny. To be fair, though, we don't know what they talked about behind closed doors and what they refused to bring out to the public. But still,
what I'm going off of is what he told us in the video.
He didn't tell us much in the video. Well, I mean, he told us a little bit too much in certain aspects, but in other areas, he didn't exactly elaborate very well.
It's true. That's true.
Could have been clearer.
But I'm going off of what he told us. Like, you put your information out there, and now people like us who don't have anything better to do will talk about you. That's welcome to the internet, bro.
Is it kind of sad that I don't have anything better to do? I feel like it is.
You could have just kept that to yourself.
Hey, we're going to get into a whole bunch of that asshole self-loathing in just a bit, because boy, have I got some stuff about my life to tell you about, but that's coming later. Back to Onision, I keep calling Onision, and it makes me feel like a fucking weeb, but still, I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's like onions, sun onions?
Pension.
Potato?
Potato, I don't get it.
Potato, onion, but I don't know. Anyways, so, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the thing. It's just, and then the last video where he was talking about how he's moving in with the actress that he was with. Okay, first of all, Onision, person.
Onision.
I'm going to call him the O-man. There, he's the
big O.
No, the big O is something satisfying. He's a disappointment. Anyways, the O-man, or whatever we're going to call him, is talking about how he invited this actress over to do this skit and how he's all groping on her for the skit, mind. I'm not an actor. I don't know what that kind of thing pertains, but I feel like in a situation like this, informing your spouse, they're still married at this point. They're separated, but they're still married. Informing your spouse of what's going on after a certain point, it's kind of necessary. Like, if you're separated for a year, yeah, you don't have to tell them anything. But if you're separated for like a few days or something like that, you probably need to say, hey, I know we're going through some troubles right now, but I'm doing this skit and it kind of involves this. Are you okay with this? And then if you're like, all right, sure, whatever, that's fine. Or no, I don't want you to do that. In which case you find a worknow. You get a stunt double. I don't know. Make it another guy, a 2-guy skit instead of a guy and a girl. I don't know. After his latest
dressed up as a
revelation,
woman
he might have
before.
been interested in that.
Yeah, right.
Turns
Right.
out he might be bisexual, which I really don't
And
care
look,
about.
all right, I want to start this all by saying, don't let anybody ever tell you that being bisexual is wrong. If they do tell you that it's wrong, they're fucking inbred hicks that need to go back to the
I
backwoods.
mean, I'm an asshole, but I'm not that big an asshole.
Like, no, like Greg or whoever, we're not bringing down you being bi. What we're really bringing you down about is that you went on the internet and just told everybody you like fingers in your asshole. That's what we're getting.
We're making fun of you
about.
for the same reason we're making fun of Kanye behind closed doors.
Exactly.
We probably need to go into that later too, but I don't really know.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
I mean,
honestly.
at this
That's
point,
too
everybody
big. That's
really
not
knows.
really internet. It's not really internet.
Well, I mean, it kind of went trending on Twitter, and the whole beef happened over Twitter, which is the internet.
Which was hilarious.
Oh, God.
Did you read all 40 tweets?
I found a paste bin link, or not a paste bin link. What was it? It's like similar to paste bin, but it's not Imager. It's something, but I had a bunch of screen caps of all the tweets, and it's just like, why?
Like, what? How did this?
I feel like Kanye's the kind of person where he would invade a country by accident just because they said something about his mother, and it turns out
Kanye
it wasn't
for
about their
president.
mother. No.
Kanye. For
We've already been
president.
through that meme. We don't need that meme to resurface. Retire it.
All right, we are really like going off topic about Kanye. See what you do to us, Greg. We go off topic.
It's all your fault. I blame Greg.
It's all your fault.
Suing him for all our YouTube cash. Speaking of
All
suing
the
people
YouTube
for
cash.
YouTube cash,
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, let's end off. Let's end this off by saying, Onision, I hope everything works out with you and your beautiful wife. Looks like it's not,
yeah,
but but I still wish you the whole best. I hope you figure out everything in your emotions is going on, and then I hope you learn to not share too much to your YouTube fans. And if nothing else works out, either blue-haired girl or Lainey, my Twitter is in the description.
Oh,
You
shut
can
up.
hit me up, shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
dude, you don't.
No. But
The thing I've realized is Lainey's probably one of them crazy girls. It's like, don't stick your dick in crazy. So, but anyways, Onisan or Onision or the O-Man. I don't really know you. Enjoy your fingers up your butt. I don't care. Just keep it off YouTube or whatever. Or at least don't go in that much detail. That was rather shocking to just like, oh, this is a nice conversation about his wife. Fingers in the butt. Okay, well, nice little
Okay.
tangent we had there, but can you get back on topic, please?
I'm not gonna lie to you, like I laughed my ass off.
I know,
as
I
soon as
was
heard
there.
that.
I was listening to you laugh. I was rather concerned.
No, not. You should let me listen to me the first time I watched it.
Oh, I imagined it was probably about 10 times as loud.
It was loud as my roommate was gone. I just came back from class and I see like I betrayed my wife. I'm like, oh, what this nigga do now? Like I like fingers in my butt.
But okay, so let's move on to the next topic. And oh boy, I wanted to talk about this one so badly. I want to jump on. Well, I didn't jump on the bandwagon because I was realizing it was a bad thing as soon as it started, but I'm enjoying the hate bandwagon just because I hate them so much for what happened. Based off of what I just said, any listener would be able to deduct reasonably that I'm talking about the FineBros, aka money-grabbing motherfuckers. So, do you want to explain this one, or are you going to let me?
You can do it if you want.
Oh boy, because I really want to. So,
I'm waiting for Lyle to make something about that.
I actually want to plug two people who I thought did a great job of explaining it. But, all right. First off, the Fine Brothers decided to launch something called React World. Now, I'm going to say this now just so it's for the record and people can, mark it on their little tally mark of things Fine Brother does wrong. At the very beginning of when they made the announcement, they had somewhere around 14,150,000 subscribers. Around that point, give or take a few, tens of thousands of subscribers, give or take. So they announce React World. It's this wonderful concept, where if you feel like making React videos, you can go to the Fine Brothers channel, probably join their MCN, but even though they said it's not an MCN, which it probably is, and say, hey, I like the things you do. I want to do the things you do. So I want to license out your logo and your format. Now, if they had said that if they had actually gone into detail about how they weren't going to take down videos, even though they did, and if they were going to go into detail about how it's not going to affect anyone else on YouTube who does their own style of React videos, this probably would have gone over smoothly. Except they didn't. What they said is, after implying that there's something wrong with an audience who doesn't want to do React videos, because, golly gee, my self-worth wasn't low enough as it was, but, they said if we wanted to, do the React videos, not only did we have to pay them to get the initial licensing, but we also had to give them some of our revenue for when we make money. Which, by the way, if we were to make our own revenue off of the videos, first of all, we wouldn't be able to start up a channel that gets as many subscribers as them, so they would be taking what little money we make and taking even more, so we'd have next to nothing left. But this whole thing just screams just money-grabbing motherfuckers, honestly.
Like, they are. Like, I've watched the FineBros before the React shit.
Oh, yeah. I used to watch FineBrothers for... It's just... They
were known for very raunchy comedy.
At the beginning, I didn't watch the beginning. I'll be fair. But I was there for the React stuff, and I've been there for like 2 or 3 years, I think, or something like that.
I've been with the FineBros for a long time, so I was there before the React stuff. And I remember like they're fun. One of the funny sketches I think on YouTube, or at least like a very classic one, is it was one of the FineBros. I think it was Ralphie, the one with glasses, whatever his name is. He and I think it wasn't Olga K. What the fuck is her name? She's a YouTuber that doesn't like matter anymore. Like she's not really big on YouTube anymore, sadly, because she was actually really funny. But they were all making out, getting all hot and bothered, and then she was like, "I got something to tell you," and he was like, "What?" And as they're all kissing and very intently, and then she's like, "I have herpes," and then his face just goes fucking blank, and she's still like kissing him, like licking his mouth, and then she's like, "Of the mouth," and just keeps going on more. It's a very funny sketch. It's called like the last seconds of a relationship, and just look up like herpes or whatever, it'll come up. FineBros, but. Besides all that, now to hear them like they're doing all this, and they and not only did they thoroughly explain the whole thing badly, but also now they actually tried to cop or trademark the words kids react, seniors react, teens react. And not only that, which made it worse, they tried to fucking trademark the word react. That was the thing that actually kind of pissed me off. Like, okay,
it's pretty much the equivalent of Candy Crush trademarking the word candy. You can't do that.
Basically.
You can't do that.
Exactly. And it was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, no. And like from a business standpoint, that is fucking like that's smart. You can't lie about that. You can't lie about that. That is very smart from a business standpoint. But that is something that it was said on the Funhouse podcast that that they said it first. But I was thinking about this before, that they should have done that like behind closed doors, like in a board meeting or whatever, something like that. That's not something you tell the fucking public, because somebody's gonna have a problem with it. And they're going to stop you from going that direction. So if they wouldn't have said anything, they probably would have gotten away with all this that they're doing.
I mean, yeah, you're right. But from a business perspective, it would have been a very profitable thing to do. But that's the problem is they don't... this is one of the biggest problems I have with it is they claim to be a small company that is in it for the people. And as soon as they start screwing over the people to make $1 is as the minute they just lose the right to get that title. They don't get to be that small company that's in it for the people anymore. Suddenly they become this giant corporation. And they've been like this for a while.
A while, yeah.
I mean, if you look back to some of their
now.
Apparently if you look back at some of their Facebook stuff, they're like trashing celebrities who are not even using their format but are doing some like React videos. Like, okay, Ellen sat down physically in front of a bunch of kids and had them play with technology and called it kids reacting to old technology or something like that. It wasn't even the same format. The concept was the same, but I mean, breathing is a concept. You can't have somebody trademark that. And then all of a sudden, their Facebook or Twitter or something like that. I think it was Twitter. Where they said, "Wow, can't believe Ellen did this to us." It's just told all
Who
their
the fuck are you?
Yeah, I know. They just started telling all their fans to go attack Ellen for it. Like,
Fuck,
really?
what?
Did you not think that was a good idea? Did you seriously think that was a good idea? Did you not think there was going to be repercussions to this? Seriously.
I love Mega. Do you watch Mega 64?
No, I need to watch his reaction to it though.
Their reaction to Mega 64.
Okay.
They did like a whole. They're a comedy group. They made like a little thing where like a video, like a parody of it, basically like making a parody. Like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are now trademarking the word YouTube video and internet video.
Oh yeah, and
so
filming
you can
outside. Okay, I did see that.
Yeah, and filming outside. It's like, so you can put up a YouTube video once you go to through the right legal agreements.
Oh god.
And pay us a fee. Like, I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, my favorite videos, attacking them, or not attacking them, but reasonably picking apart what they're doing, which they'll claim is attacking. But two of them. One of them is more on the comedy side, and the other one is just blatantly tearing them apart. Critical, also known as Penguin Zero on YouTube, the YouTuber who donates 100% of his ad revenue to charity and proves it via Twitter, went on and made a video basically just reacting to their video, which I thought was ironic, and basically just picking apart why what they're doing is terrible. And I completely agreed with almost every point he made, so we'll put it in the description. But another person, which I'm sure you've probably seen, Khalil, is FilmCow, where he did Merlin the fish or whatever like that. It's like, oh my god, that's fucking perfect. An infinite number of fucks upon your heads. That is my favorite line from that video.
All right, I saw the video, but I haven't really watched it, so I'm gonna watch it again.
Good,
soon.
it's a great video.
I'm gonna send that. Also, if you want like a good, like informed, like basically the video that like really sums it up, go look up ETC. They're a Machinima Partners thing. Look up ETC's thing. Their little spiel on it.
They seemed a little more sympathetic to what they were doing, to be honest.
No, they were not sympathetic at all. They were.
Or am I mixing? Wait. I'm mixing up the nose interpretation, which of course.
Yeah, that's the no.
Yeah, the no.
Like, of course, the no. They have to be like, okay.
Yeah, they have the same.
We
Parent
get
company.
what they were trying to do.
They have the same parent company. Yeah. What is it?
No, full screen.
Yeah, full screen. They both.
But that had nothing. But they claim it had nothing to do with it, even though we kind of feel like it did. But
of course,
here's how I see it. How I see it is that the reason that they'll probably be more sympathetic is because Rooster Teeth is still a huge company, and Bernie or whoever comes, really just Bernie and Gray and all those guys, they would look at it and say like, yeah, it's probably something we would do, but they were stupid to make a video about it saying that they would do it. That's probably what got them fucked up. Like business practice wise or like business wise, that's probably something they should do to try to protect their format. However, they were still going about it the wrong way, and they were being highly hypocritical about what they were doing. So
and condescending,
and very
I've
condescending
never felt
as well.
More insulted intellectually while watching their video, and I'm not
like
a smart man. I've been called
when
dumb
they talked
by
about the
quite a few.
update.
Oh yeah, the update. Oh god.
Oh my god, the update. Like, why? No, we're sorry that you don't get it. Here's why you're stupid. Like, I don't fucking understand.
I mean,
that.
I've been called dumb by a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, and I have never been more insulted before while watching this video. I mean, I was like, really? You think that little of me that I can't grasp the simple concept that you're money hungry and you're masking it under the idea of broadening your horizons? You can get other countries to react to these kind of things. Set up studios, do your own thing, hire people under your own wing, but don't make people go make you money because you're too lazy to get that crap done. You've got the cash flow to be able to set up your own offices in other countries and other continents.
You two boys are millionaires. Get off your fucking asses.
They've got one of the most
Christ.
popular video channels on YouTube. They're in the top 30 I know Markiplier makes far less than them, or he might make less than them just because of their. They have a YouTube partnership that would get them more money or whatever. So
they're OGs, so
they are. So they probably make more than Markiplier, and we've already been in depth about how much money Markiplier makes. So if their individual company makes that much, sure, splitting up amongst work and rent space and all that, but that's like bare bones stuff. You guys make have millions and millions of views per video. I think you guys can scrape some cash together to get some other studios out there. So saying the reason you're doing this is because you want other people to get involved so you can go to other countries is completely just bullshit.
Yeah,
and
it really is.
There's actually I will put this in the description myself. There's a real-time subscriber graph that I'm watching right now that I've been watching for the last few days because I'm actually genuinely interested to see how far this channel can tank after this PR nightmare.
It probably won't tank. I don't think it will reach. Well,
okay.
It's we talked about.
Well, we're gonna play a game. Starting from the 28th of January at 9:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, how many people do you think have unsubscribed?
Well,
not how many people unsubscribed, but to date, how many subscribers have they lost? Not individual people, just like net loss.
I mean, I already know this answer. So
tell me.
Over 400,000.
Actually, you're a bit too high. 399,295 as of 1 minute ago.
Okay, nigga, listen, I was like a couple off.
That's the sad part is you were only a couple off. I mean, before this whole debacle happened, they were almost at 14.1 million subscribers. Now they are at almost 13.5 million subscribers. That's a drastic drop.
They're starving.
I mean, they're not.
What?
Well, I mean, keep it.
Come on, dude.
Hold on. Remember, the majority of these loss of like the subscribers they still have are probably dead accounts.
True.
A lot of these accounts and multiple accounts, and just the numbers are highly inflated because people can have an unlimited number of accounts. People can choose to never log into YouTube ever again. There's a lot of reasons why this number could be high. So we're going to go off the active user base, which is probably somewhere around 5 to 6 million, I would say, since they average.
I would say 7.
I mean, the majority of the videos they watch are usually shared on other forms of social media, so they probably don't have as many subscribers per video as they actually have. So say a video has 14 million views, they probably only have about a half to maybe about a third as many subscribers as actually has watched the video. So basing that off that, you can say that the average, probably the total active subscribers they have is probably 6 or 7 million. So the fact that they've almost lost about a seventh or a sixth or however much of that, almost a fifth basically, that's a lot of subscribers lost.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I mean, over just something like this, they've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars over this thing. Like, if you translate each thing into like a penny, they've still lost a few $1,000s. And it's far more than that because they're part of full screen, so they get paid more per video. So they've probably lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, I would say. But I could be wrong. I could be on point. I have no clue. I don't work for YouTube. I don't know their algorithm. All I know is when I log into our analytics page and look at the whole 25 cents that we've earned, I think, wow, why are we not making more? Oh well.
Raking in the dough.
I've made more on my Redbubble account than I have on YouTube.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know.
I'll get to that. Well, I'll make a video about that.
Oh, by the way, it
came
in the mail?
Yeah, it came in.
Please tell me it was a good quality. I haven't bought anything from there yet.
Yeah, it has. It has.
Oh,
what we're talking about, all right, a little ad read. Redbubble.com. We're paid by them.
I sure wish.
Thomas makes shirt designs on Redbubble.com, and recently I just bought his Pocket Pussy one, which I believe is his most popular one. And I bought it in a hoodie form. I just want to tell you that I always get stopped, like when I'm like ordering something like from like Chick-fil-A or something. people like stop and then they read it and like, oh, I get it. I get it. Pocket pussy. I like that. And then there was this one drunk girl who looked at it and she took a picture with me just because I had the hoodie on. So
yes, branding.
Now I'm not gonna lie to you, the fucking hoodie is expensive as fuck.
Oh yeah, it is. Full disclosure, by the way. Also, I made it in 2 hours on my Asus tablet and photoshopped it together. And all the stuff on my account is Photoshop. All of it. There's very little actual artistic talent that goes into it, but I think it's funny, so I post it, and if people like it, they can buy it.
Yep, basically. So it's in the description. We're not saying for you to buy it.
If you want to, that'd be great, though. Pay for my college.
That'd be great. Pay for his college and watch his podcast so I can pay for something. And watch my videos.
Pay for a gumball.
Shit. Pay for a gumball. Yeah, please.
But, oh, by the way, got some more news on the Thomas front of going to school.
Yay.
I think I'm pretty much decided that I'm going to go to North Georgia.
All right. North Georgia.
But we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem.
All right.
I need 30 credits to transfer. I currently have 29.
Damn!
So, I'm going to be taking summer classes at my local community college.
GGC.
Yep, GGC,
Shouts
Grizzlies.
Shouts out.
Yeah, so...
Go ahead, just take a biology lab. It's like 1 credit.
I'm not even going to do that, dude. I'm probably just going to sociology or something.
Something that's bullshit.
I mean, I already talked to the Office of Undergraduate Admissions at UNG, and they said basically there's only 1 class at GGC that doesn't transfer, and it's some communications class that I'm never going to take in my life. So I was like, all right, whatever, cool.
Shouts out to all my communication majors.
Sorry, I'm not a communication major, so I don't give a crap about what you do.
All right, fuck you, man.
Hey, I don't mean you specifically.
Whatever.
You do good things. You edit.
Whatever.
It's not that kind of communications. It's verbal communications.
Fuck those people.
Yeah, it's just like a speech class or something. It's not even speech.
Fuck them.
It's like intro to the intro speech class.
Intro to the intro speech.
Yes, I don't even...
How to say hello.
Hey, fuck you. Oh, I failed.
Oh, shit.
But it's something like that. It's ridiculous, but that's what's happening on my front, and college is slowly racking up the dollars. I went from not spending any money on college to slowly spending more and more and more, and oh god, am I going to be buried under debt one day.
Hey man, we're going to be buried under debt, but we're going to pay it off because one day this podcast and me doing YouTube is going to pay off everything. Don't worry.
As they listen to my sweet velvety voice.
Hello.
Oh.
How are you?
Oh my. Oh, by the way, I got another part. I got another part in my voice acting job.
Hey man,
it's a 2-word part. Actually, 3 words.
Hey, bro. Honestly, that's how it starts.
Yeah,
that's
how
it
I
starts.
actually
I did the
legitimately
same
had
thing.
a role. I'm gonna also link this in the description. There's a guy who's doing something on castingcall.club or whatever, some website for voice actors, and he's doing a voice dubbing of I think the extended universe Star Wars comics. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, you told me about that. Yeah, that's I honestly. Like, not just because you're in there, I would actually watch that.
Well, there's actually a lot of decent talent in there. There's a really good Darth Vader. There's a very good Han Solo. I'll show it to you later. But
yeah,
I've actually got 2 parts. One is generic soldier such and such, and 2 is General Madine, which apparently has a much larger role in the extended universe than he does in the canon universe.
Yeah, I know who I think I know who Mading is, and
his part actually got cut from the original Star Wars just because the director thought it was unnecessary.
Which it was.
Yeah,
I saw it. I saw the cut of it, and it was like, yeah, that did nothing for the story.
The Battle of Endor. He's just basically saying,
yeah, it was basically him. Go
do your thing.
That was it. Go, bye.
Oh, and my Joe Swanson. I'm gonna go
smoke some weed.
Joe
See you
Swanson
later.
impression's starting to pick up steam too. People are actually starting to come out of the woodwork and listen to that.
Hey, Peter.
Peter.
Oh man,
I appreciate you liking my voice.
Yo, so
but
have you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you seen the new trailer for Suicide Squad?
Oh, I haven't, but I so want to watch it.
What the fuck are you doing?
Trying not to die from stress.
Bro, That will ease your stress.
Good.
I think Suicide Squad. Here's my thing about it. Sadly, I think Batman vs Superman is gonna suck. I'm sorry. I think it will. I'm hoping it doesn't. But right now they got Doomsday looking like a goddamn thumb. So I just can't do it. However, I'm hoping that it doesn't. Suicide Squad, it's more like when I see it, I'm like, oh, that looks cool. Oh, that looks awesome. Yeah, they're really staying with the comic books on some of this. Okay. Captain Boomerang looks stupid, but whatever. Yeah. And then at the end of it, it's like, okay, it might suck, but I think this might be a fun time.
All right.
That's really how I think about it. But watch it. It definitely looks better than the last couple of trailers that we saw.
I mean, I really do want to. I actually really want to see that. Oh, that reminds me of something. Some controversy you and I need to talk about. I love controversy.
Yeah.
Speaking of Suicide Squad, who has Will Smith in it, what do you think about Will Smith boycotting the Oscars?
He didn't say he was boycotting it. He just said he wasn't going. But
isn't that the
overall
definition of boycotting is not actively not participating in something in form of protest?
No, it was they didn't make an uproar about it. That's the thing about it. That's what people are the media is putting in the word boycott. What they just said is like, yeah, there's a lot of black movies that should have been nominated, like fucking Creed and Straight Outta Compton were amazing movies, some of the best movies that came out in 2015.
Right.
But I you know me, I'm not even like a big like black
activist.
Well, I am a black activist. I love black people. I'm black power all the way.
I do too, but for other reasons.
You know, but you know, like when it comes to like racial shit, I'm just like, who gives a fuck? Those movies, not even on a racial front, they were just good fucking movies.
I mean, I've been told that too. I've been told that I need to go see Straight Outta Compton like right now. I'm not much of a movie guy. I've probably got a list of movies that would take me until I'm 40 to actually finish watching. But
I've watched probably all of them.
Everything I've been told about a lot of these movies says that they're really good.
Creed is amazing.
But that's the thing is, it's not really about. I mean, sure, there are nominations for the movies, but what seems to be the biggest problem is not the African American based movies, but so much the fact that the actors themselves are not getting the awards. At least that's from what I understand from reading quotes from Will Smith.
That's basically it. Like the actors. Like for Creed, for example, is made by a black director and with a black actor of Michael B. Jordan. Both of those guys did wonderful. The cinematography and the directing of Creed was amazing. Or not amazing, but very, very good, Oscar worthy. And Michael B. Jordan gave another great performance, like he's now getting known for doing. And he deserved at least if not a win. I don't think he deserved a win, but maybe a nod, like a nomination.
Or at least a
he should have got something.
Honorable mention.
No, the honorable mention.
I said at least something. They didn't get anything, nothing. Some sort of acknowledgement.
And you will say like, okay, Straight Outta Compton got something. Yeah, it was the people who wrote it, which were white people, which I do appreciate. I love that white people fucking love niggas with attitude, or NWA. I love that they like it, but why are you only giving it to the white people? Because those dudes did very great in those performances. So, I
mean, I would agree with you, but I don't. I'm gonna full disclosure, I don't. Mostly being a lot of it's I understand there's a huge issue with the Oscars right now. Like the majority of the people who vote on these kind of things are old white people, which I
white Jewish
genuinely think is a problem. And generally speaking, I can't really say that it should be representative of the population because technically it is. Like as the population of actors, generally speaking, there are far less African American actors in Hollywood as there are white people. Gonna be honest, that's how it is. But I don't think that should invalidate someone for an Oscar. Of course not. I think everybody should have an equal chance at an Oscar. I actually saw this a few days ago. I want to raise a point here. If we're speaking clearly off of skill and that kind of thing, how many white people were nominated for Most Valuable Player in the NBA in the last 30 years?
Okay.
Yeah, see, it's kind of the same thing. If we're going to go off skill, at least attribute it to skill. And I don't know how the NBA works, but I'm also assuming it's probably run by a bunch of white people, which I also think is a shame, but the majority of the...
Actually, no, it's run by a bunch of black guys.
Okay, well, then that makes the situation worse and reflective of what's going on. On one extreme, you've got what's going on in the NBA, and the other extreme, you got what's going on in the Oscars. You know, you got to pick and choose something.
You know, but, you know... Yeah, you actually are right. You do raise a point.
I mean, I didn't raise this point. I just saw it online. It was like, oh, hey, I agree with that. Makes sense. But
it does make sense.
There needs to be more disclosure about what goes on in the Oscars, though. There needs to be more diversity.
I want to see what the Academy looks like. I don't even know who these dudes look like. I just know that they're white Jewish men. That's it.
There needs to be more diversity in there, but with more diversity, it doesn't mean that the people who are nominated have to be nominated because of their diversity, because that's just basically handing them a crutch. We're handing you the race crutch. You can't do that. You have to rely on their skills as an actor and then say, okay, you get this award because you act well.
Well, Michael B. Jordan did act very well. If not,
I'm not saying that they're not. I'm not saying the people involved aren't acting phenomenally. I'm just saying by pulling out that, saying, oh, it's because the majority of the Oscars are white, you know what? It could be. But if it changes, you can't keep saying that, you know?
Yeah, and Will Smith was in the movie called Concussion, which was talking about the NFL and everything, about what happened in the NFL with concussions and how that was a big thing. I'm not going to go into that. That's a whole podcast in itself to talk about that whole NFL concussion thing.
Yeah, but as a movie itself, to be fair, that was pitched to a very, very specific audience. People who were knowledgeable in medical type stuff, or at least had a grasp of what was going on in the NFL, and people who enjoyed sports. Those were the two groups that were going to enjoy that type of movie the most, because they'll understand the most of what's going on. Grab a little kid.
I haven't seen it, so I haven't seen it. I just seen a lot of monologues that came from that movie, and I thought Will Smith just being Will Smith,
right?
So I thought, yeah, he'll probably get like a nomination, but he didn't. And I was like, that's kind of weird, and all right, whatever.
I mean, I didn't watch it either, but look at the synopsis of it, and it's pretty much just it's going into the details of what this person had to go through to try and bring this to the attention of the NFL and the committee, which doesn't sound like a very action-paced movie. It doesn't sound like a kid-friendly movie. It doesn't sound like a romance. There's so many different. It's a very specific genre. I mean, what the Oscars are judged off of is their performance as an actor, so as their acting performance, can't say much about that until I actually see it myself. But if they're basing it off of the movie's merits alone, by making it so targeted for certain people to watch, kind of skews it in favor of you not winning an award for it, because like I said, it's for specific people to watch because that specific group will watch it.
All right.
So
yeah, I agree with that.
There's a whole bunch of things that goes into what people like in a movie, what people like in an actor, what people like in a director, and there's so many different things that trying to generalize it off of one quality doesn't exactly do the system any justice. Sure, the system's corrupt and there needs to be different people in there. Absolutely, there needs to be more diversity. But there's a difference between saying it's mostly white men, and because of that they're racist, or it's mostly white men who just so happen to be racist. There's a difference. If they're picking actors purely based on their merits, and they all just so happen to be white, it's a little sketchy, but, you gotta pick and choose. But if they're saying it because they're white, that is blatant racism.
Yeah.
So, but we don't know the way they think. We're not in their heads, and we don't see how they judge these movies off of. So,
basically, what we're saying, like, this the look at it this way. It can, it could be just very subjective, or it could just be a whole bunch of racist old men. We don't know. We are not fucking magicians or mind readers. So, at the end of the day, this year, I'm probably gonna skip the Oscars because mainly I didn't really see a lot of the movies that were nominated to begin with. But I as far as like what Will Smith is doing, by not going, Do you, bro? You're just rich.
Yeah. I still want my boy Leo to get an Oscar. He's due for one.
Bruh, have you seen The Revenant? I haven't seen it. I want to see it.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard some of the things he's had to do to get into character for that thing, and my god, if he doesn't get an Oscar for that, he needs to get a fucking Purple Heart or something.
Bro, honestly,
Kidding,
if he doesn't get an Oscar this year, I feel sorry.
If he doesn't get an Oscar, he will never get an Oscar.
I recently was talking to my mom about that. Like, she genuinely did not know that he's never won an Oscar. Because she's always seen him in so many movies and like that, so many blockbuster movies, always gave like great performances in so many movies. And my mom was like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna be at the Oscars and everything." I'm like, "Mom, you know Leonardo DiCaprio never won an Oscar." At first, she didn't believe me. She was like, "Yeah, that's what you talking about." Like, I'm like, "No, he's never won an Oscar." And then she didn't believe me, so I showed it to her like on my phone, and she's like, "The fuck?" Like, she was like, "How is he not?" Like, it's incredible. How is he not won an Oscar? The Revenant, I think, might be the movie. And I will try to time when they're actually going to be choosing like Best Actor of the Year for the Oscars. And if he gets chosen, I'm turning to the channel just to see that. Be like, yes, finally,
our boy did it.
Our boy did.
But I've actually seen a recent movie that he was in that nobody in the United States actually got to watch in theaters.
What?
That's a little bit of background. Personally, I feel like if this movie had been released to the United States, he would have been blackballed from Hollywood.
Okay, what is this movie called?
The movie's called Don's Plum. He and Tobey Maguire acted in it before he debuted in Titanic. He'd only done 2 movies at that point. By the way, number of subscribers lost for FineBros just broke 400,000. Woo. But anyways, he and Tobey Maguire had acted in this supposedly short film turned to feature-length film, and 50% of the dialogue was improv, blatantly, and admitted by the director, and the other 50% took the cast, or the people involved with creating the movie, was it like 2 years to create? Which is pathetic when you actually watch the movie. But Leo's role in Don's Plum is one of the most misogynistic, douchebaggiest piece of crap individual you will ever see. It's like, it would make Kanye look like a peasant type of thing.
Huh. Yeah. I just looked it up right now, and I've heard of this movie before.
It is garbage. And I mean,
I heard it's one of those movies where like you have to see it to believe it.
It's honestly, you have to. It's so true. And I am not kidding when I say the director has a real hard-on for bathroom shots. Like, you've seen The Office, right? Yeah. You know how they would occasionally break off and have dialogue with the cast during it? It's like it's supposed to be, it's a documentary or whatever. They're talking to each individual member. That's basically what they do with the bathroom, except they're talking into the mirror to themselves as they're washing their hands, and they do that every 3 minutes to discuss the character's inner monologue as this is going on. Like, why is that important? Do you not think we're smart enough to understand what's going on in this movie?
First of all, how have you seen Don's Plum? Because I'm on the website right now, and it's showing that the guy was just giving it away. Like, if you want to watch it for free, just email me and I'll give it to you.
There was actually, I was on Reddit a few 2 weeks ago or something like that, and there was a link that said the director not only put the video on his Tumblr page or whatever, but he had an open letter to Leonardo DiCaprio calling him a piece of shit, saying how he single-handedly ruined this man's life. And I'm sitting here thinking, after watching the movie, of course, not only did Leo not really ruin your life, he probably saved your career by not having you crash your car into the wall known as Hollywood. Because this movie is just so crap that you probably would have decimated your own career in one fatal swoop. It's a terrible, terrible movie.
Here's what I'm going to do. So let's make it for you to come back, for people to come back next week. I'm going to watch this movie. I'm gonna try to get it. If you can get it to me, that would be great.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna watch this movie, and next week right here on the Curious Internet, I will give my Don's Bloom Plum full review. And if it's to the bad to the point as what you say, Mr. Thomas, that asshole. What we will do, I'm not gonna promise this. We're just gonna see how bad it is. We will do a fucking what was the thing I was damn it, I can't even think right now. Basically, we're gonna do a whole podcast where we'll give you a link to play the movie, and then we'll play the movie, and me and Thomas will talk over it as you watch. I give commentary over the play. Riff track. We'll do a riff track.
Dude, this thing is like an hour and 20 minutes long.
Bro. I wanted to do riff tracks before, and it was on movies that were like 2 hours long.
All right. We'll do a riff track.
Well, let me see this movie first, and if it is as bad as you say, we will do a riff track on it. But it will be when I come back to visit home from college. It'll be a weekend or something where me and him will get together and we'll do it.
There you go.
But let me see the movie first. I'll give my review on it, and then we will pick apart this fucking movie.
Dude, I was so invested in just reviewing this movie that since it was posted on Reddit, in a Reddit comment, I decided every 20 or 30 minutes or so, I think it was more like 15 minutes, I would do an up until this point, here's my opinion. And at first you can tell I was going into it very open-minded, and by the last 15 minutes, I was just tearing into it ruthlessly, purely out of hatred for this movie.
You're kind of like, what the fuck is this movie?
I know, it's just like, at first I was like, okay, this is kind of a mediocre way of doing this, but I mean, I'm not going to hold it against him. And by the end, it's like, and there's this shit again. It's just, it was terrible, honestly. But I'm going to let you make your own, let you make your own opinions about it, and we'll discuss it next time. And if we feel like it, we'll do a riff track when you get to visit. So, God, this podcast has been all over the place.
It really has been.
We haven't even reached the hour mark yet.
We really haven't, but there's not really much else to talk about, to be honest with you. But
let's go over what we talked about. All right, we talked about the O-Man, the anti-orgasm, who Ocean, whatever, I don't care. Talking about his marriage troubles and how he and his wife are petty people. Which, by the way, it's still, come on, seriously, just it's terrible. But and then we talked about, I think it was the Fine Brothers we talked about next. Yeah. Which, fuck them still. Hate them with a passion.
Right.
Not ever resubscribing to their channel, and all of their videos I will watch with ad block. Because fuck them. An infinite amount of fucks upon your heads. After that,
plague on your family.
After that, what did we talk about? I can't remember.
We talked about too many things.
We really did. This is all over the place. Good luck coming up with a description and a title for this, since you're editing.
Fuck you.
Hey, at least
I'm gonna call it React to Onision.
No, call it React to the O-Man.
To react to the O-Man.
React to the O-Man. And other bullshit.
We'll see.
Yeah,
and on a greater or lighter note, my Miami Hurricanes ranked number 16 for the recruiting class, so good on you.
I don't care about sports.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, I only care about Alabama football.
Exactly. You guys ranked number 3, I think. Number 2 and number 3.
Hey, we won national championships.
It's fucking bullshit.
Hey,
all right,
don't get salty. Hey,
give
credit where
Clemson
should have won.
Clemson should have won.
Credit where credit
Clemson
is due.
should have won.
Give credit where credit is due.
Clemson should have won, but they fucked it up. I don't know
I'm
how.
Sorry, who was holding the national championship trophy at the
they
end?
made it. It made me so sad when they lost. When they lost, I'm like, what the fuck,
dude? If I had known you've been rooting for Clemson that whole time, I would have texted you. I was watching that show.
I was barely awake, but as I was waking, I was like sleeping, and then when I was awake, I'm like, yo, fucking Clemson got it. And then I went to sleep throughout the third quarter. I woke up like 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Like Alabama's like 3 points down. I'm like, shit. And Alabama had the ball too. I was like, fuck. Alabama's gonna win this.
I remember that day fondly We won the
I bet
national
you do.
championship. I had some of the best free pizza of my life, and it's beautiful.
Fucking whatever, dude. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the hour mark. Yay!
Whoa, fanfare.
Woo.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Fanfare. Do you remember the times when this podcast used to go be an hour and 30 minutes long? 30 minutes.
You mean
long?
a whole 6 videos ago? Yep, I remember.
Fuck you. Anyway, all right.
You remember we've only been doing this for like 4 months now.
Serious? Well, I feel like we've been doing this for like a year.
Well, I mean, we had the other channel, and then the other
true.
channel before that.
And then the other.
Hey, we only had
channel.
3. This one, KFU, and your original channel.
Yeah. RIP to my original channel, which I still had those videos up.
Yeah, and then you got your DJ Bunch channel where we did a couple of videos after we abandoned KFU, and then we went from your channel to this channel.
KFU's still up. I'm not gonna say it's dead. I'm just saying for now, it's sleeping.
It's on hiatus.
It's on hiatus until I figure something out. Because I'm low key thinking about turning Alpha Flash back into just KFU.
We'll turn Alpha Flash back into KFU and then just do your short films there. I was actually, if I was going to end up going back to Alabama this semester, which I didn't, I was planning on, with a bunch of my buddies from school, to submit a film for our student film festival. And I was going to be the editor, so that was going to be fun. But that fell through because I'm not there.
Hey, it doesn't matter, man. We can still do it. We have too many friends who act. So
I mean, if I had a DSLR camera, I would make my own short film.
By the way,
I have an idea
I figured
for a short
out
film, and it's kind of.
Tell me.
I'll tell. Okay, so
tell me off camera. No,
tell
tell me
camera.
off, Mike. But yeah, I just figured out I need to actually do a. I need to save up for a new DSLR camera because I think that camera's just straight up fucked.
Well, I mean, if you film for it for too long, it'll burn out the lens. So,
Yeah, that's what happened.
Really? And then you
Yeah.
probably get something a little bit nicer than DSLR, something that's actually meant for taking videos instead of just taking pictures.
Well, this one I have, it's a T5i. I want to get the T5i, which is really made for helping for filming.
Isn't that like
so
$200, $300 though?
It's like 5.
Whoa, okay, I must be thinking of an older model then.
Yeah, you are. That's it. I have the T3i. I have one of the first models. Actually, I do have the first model of the eyes that came out with the swivel thing. I want to keep using those, and if I do find something better, then I will get that. But right now, I'm saving up for that. But enough tech talk. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this week. I know we've been gone for, I guess, a couple. Well, it's been like a week now.
About a week and a half.
So like a week break. Yeah, a week break. We had to take a week break because a lot of the stuff is happening in both of our lives. Mostly, really, it's my fault because I just been dealing with a lot of stuff.
I mean, I got to take some of the blame too because I've been doing college stuff. Which, by the way, I'm not getting a job anymore, so that's great.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's because I have to do summer school.
Go get a job still. Get it like a part-time.
Well, the problem is I can't. I got to focus on studies because first of all, I got to bring my GPA up because it's crap right now.
Wait, you're back in college?
No,
right
I'm
now?
not back in college right now, but.
Then what are you doing now?
Well, by the time I get a job, I'm only going to be in the workplace for like 2 or 3 months, and they're not going to want to hire somebody.
That's okay. Yeah, they will. They will.
Dude, not where I'm applying.
Where are you
Sports
applying?
Authority.
They will hire you.
Well,
Yes,
I mean,
they
I've already
will.
applied. They haven't called me back though.
You got make inquiries, man. All right, fuck it. Well, I'll help you with that later.
Whatever.
We are real people, ladies and gentlemen. We don't make billions off of this podcast.
We haven't even made a full dollar yet.
When we make a full dollar, we will go all out. We will do Don's Plum as the $1 mark.
There you go. As $1, we do a riff track of Don's Plum.
Don's Plum. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. We do have loyal listeners out there. Some of you are haters. Some of you are not. Either way, we love you guys to death.
Drop us some love on Twitter if you want. I will respond. If you tweet at me, I will respond, and I will make you feel like a god.
I probably won't respond.
I will respond. I get on Twitter just about every day around like 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern time, and if you tweet at me, I will respond, and you will be a god in my eyes.
I'm actually thinking about making a new Twitter that's I actually am going to use, because right now this Twitter is full of just porn and World Star. That's all.
I know you retweet too much World Star stuff, man.
It's hilarious though. Can you tell me the stuff I retweet from World Star is hilarious though?
No, the last 3 things is like, oh, if you don't retweet, bad shit's gonna happen. Like, really, dude? Come on, are you?
I'm sorry. I just like doing
I hate
that.
you so much.
I know you're gonna. I know you're gonna see it. That's why I do it.
You.
I love you too.
Okay.
All right.
I've been hovering at 30 followers for the last 3-4 years of my Twitter account.
I think honestly, I think if we just decide to start making a big push for some stuff, I think we'll just be able to do it.
Well, I've been trying to brand our shit all over the place. Like, there's just different places on Reddit where you can submit links to your podcast, and I've been posting stuff there. And
I want to try to put us on Stitchers. That's like the YouTube of podcasts. So I want to start putting that up there. I'm going to sign
as
up.
long as it's not going to
turn
out to be like that SoundCloud thing where eventually it loses all of our stuff.
Exactly. That pissed me the fuck off.
I've got a SoundCloud right now for my voice acting job, and the majority of the stuff's like, okay, they're all like 3 or 4 minute videos, but I'm just waiting until the day where I reach the 3-hour mark where I'm just gonna not be able to load anything else without it deleting my prior stuff, and I'm gonna be so pissed.
Yeah. But whatever.
But yeah, show us love on Twitter and
show us
we'll
do that
and subscribe because we need to eat.
We are hungry.
And this Jamaican $10 coin is not going to do me any good.
And these fake dining dollars are not going to feed me forever.
So, yeah. I don't know where the Jamaican coin came from, and I don't know what you're talking about, fake dining dollars. Our life is a mess.
It's a college thing. Our life is really... Dude, our lives are everywhere.
I know it's a college thing. I had dining dollars in Alabama. Don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. I will...
Well, nigga, why didn't you say where the dining dollars come from? Well, fuck you, all right?
I will beat you, all right?
I will beat you. Love you.
Bitch,
all
I
right.
see you try.
All right. Guys, thank you guys for watching so much. A lot of love for everybody who listens to it. We are very appreciative. Shouts out to what's his name, Fat Bastard. Is that his name?
He didn't respond. He didn't say anything on our last video, so maybe he's left us alone.
Well, the last video was with me talking to my friend Blaine, which check him out, by the way. He's still doing his thing with music and everything. Check that out. If he's listening, Blaine, thank you, appreciate you, man. For we're gonna do more stuff. More stuff from me and Blaine is coming soon, and it's not gonna be in video form. Really, it might be in some other stuff. We'll know. I'll let you guys know. But thank you guys so much. Make sure to click the subscribe button. Give us a like. Comment what you think about the FineBros and the Onision and all that other bullshit. My name is DJ Bunch, but I'm not a DJ.
And I'm that asshole.
Oh, we will see you later. We out. We out here.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.